What's up, taters? Remember, if anything happens to me here on YouTube, you know what website to go to, treeoflogic.com. That is my website. That belongs to me. It's mine. So I wanted to give my 2 cents in reference to what's been going on in California with the mob robberies. And what is amazing is that now the demon rats and the liberals who voted for the politicians that enacted Prop 47, I do believe, there is a law that states that anything under $1,000 or maybe under $950, if someone has been caught stealing anything and the value only comes up to $950 or under $1,000, they don't get charged a felony. They don't get charged anything but a low misdemeanor, and they get a chance to get out on a signature bond. This has been going on for years. But see, what's been happening is no one cared. The Democrats that basically, I guess you could say your latte socialists and your limousine Democrats, okay? Your avocado toast commies, they didn't care as long as their communities were not affected. So as long as they were going into low income communities or the low middle class communities, they didn't care. It was like, listen, you just gotta let them do what they gotta do. You can't do that. That's bad. But now that those stores have closed down, you have a lot of the Walgreens and the CVS's, a lot of the pharmacies and other retail stores, they decided to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take this loss. I know I'm going to basically eat a lot in my taxes because, well, and if the insurance doesn't pay for everything, I'm just going to take this L and just move someplace else that has better laws that will protect me against crime, especially with shoplifters. So now you had a lot of stores that have closed down, and these people need to fill their demand to sell things illegally that they have stolen. So what did they decide to do? They decided to rent cars or steal cars, and they decided to come into the high-end neighborhoods, the suburban neighborhoods, okay? The high-income neighborhoods, and they decided to steal from them. And now all of a sudden, it's a problem, honey. It's a problem. Like, now they have to deal with the crime element coming from the inner city, coming into their neck of the woods. And now they're making a big stink. But it wasn't a big stink as long as it wasn't affecting them. And isn't this usually the MO and the mentality of demon rats? And especially these commies who are like, listen, we need to put people over property and people over profit and blah, 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 blah. But oh my God, let them come over there to their Louis Vuitton and their Fendi store, their Nordstrom. Then that's the end of it. But now they're coming into the Home Depot. I'm like, okay, so I probably will play the video to this, but the flash mob or the robbers that came in there, they decided to come after people's cars first, and then they decided to come into Home Depot. And the thing about it is I do believe they have laws where you can't stop them. Here in Georgia, we have security guards, and they are allowed to stop. Oh, hold on. I think I got to take that back, because I do believe because of the Ahmaud Arbery case, because of that situation, I do believe that Governor Kemp revised the where citizens arrest. We still have it, but I don't know what the new clause are now. So, but before then, the citizens arrest was mainly for security guards here in Georgia to tackle or to arrest any type of any person who have committed shoplifting. So you can detain them here in Georgia and then get the police to come and take them to jail. Now, I don't know, and I'm sorry, I haven't read up on the new clause. I think I will do that right after this video, but I don't know what that entails. So I'm not going to speak from ignorance on that one. But in California, you can't attack them. You can't stop any of the shoplifters. You can stop them in Georgia. I do know you can stop them in Georgia, but you can't stop them in California. And they have a lot of policies that prevent them from stopping them. So, like, I don't understand what y'all expect to do. They still voted for the politicians that enacted the laws that embolden these people. But anyway, let's go to the first video and listen to how they went and just tore up Home Depot. Now, of course, they got tools that will be effective for their next smash and grab. But let's watch this one in the meantime, and then we'll come to the big one where now they decided that they're going to have new legislation, or they want to get rid of Gavin Newsom. Come on now. And I don't feel sorry for these people, because this is what they voted for. I need you guys to understand, this is what they voted for.
Begin with this breaking news. LAPD on tactical alert tonight, bracing for possible flash mob robberies. Happen again tonight. A group stormed a Home Depot, stealing sledgehammers.
The smash and grab thieves even threatened a customer. Jessica O is live in Lakewood with breaking details. And Jessica, there's fear that the danger is escalating.
Yeah, we just spoke to employees at this Home Depot, and how they describe this all going down is absolutely terrifying. They say a mob of people just pulled up to the store, put their ski masks on, went inside and stole everything that they could. You know, it's no secret that we have seen a series of these similar crimes happening across LA recently, and tonight is proof that this crime trend certainly is not stopping. Employees say up to 20 people rushed the store tonight here in Lakewood, ranging in age from 15 to 20 years old. We're told they all came in here tonight stealing every single crowbar, every single sledgehammer in the store. To give you an idea of the scale of this robbery, investigators say up to 10 cars were involved in this. No word yet on whether any of those suspects have been caught tonight, and just listen to how one employee describes how this all went down.
And then they all put on like ski masks, and they start the cars towards the end of the lot. They start checking the doors, seeing if they could get like any access into them, steal anything. And I guess no cars wouldn't budge, so they all got like in a group together and started like jogging kind of. And they enter the front. They steal all our sledgehammers, crowbars, hammers, and we tried to actually stop them. We closed the front entrance, and they put their sledgehammers up. Like whoever got in the way, they were gonna hurt them. And then they actually threatened a customer, but he got away. And then they just ran out, and then the cops got here shortly.
He said it was absolutely frightening. And you know, this is the latest in a series of brazen flash mob robberies in LA. We're told that similar things have happened at Beverly Center. We've seen it at the Topanga Mall, the Grove, even Rodeo Drive, where organized groups of these younger people are coordinating these massive thefts and oftentimes getting away with it. Shoppers have told us it is so scary seeing how fearless and fast these criminals can be. We're told this particular incident is officially a smash and grab now. We have seen retailers hiring private security like never before this Black Friday, hoping to prevent this. But what is
they can't do nothing. I don't. You hire all the private security you have. They can't do anything. CVS and Walgreens and all of the other stores that have been stripped to death and that resulted in them closing, they all have security guards too. But these people know the law. And I also want to remind you guys that just because they get caught does not mean they're going to get jail time. A lot of these people who are caught shoplifting is, once again, if it's under $1,000 or under $950, it's just a slap on the wrist. It's just a slap on the wrist. It's just like, oh, well, don't do that again. And they get out on probation, and they definitely get out on a signature bond. Now, the only way it can move up to a felony, and this is when they steal the handbags. And some of them handbags could cost $1,000 or $2,000. Okay, then that's a felony. But if they just stole a sledgehammer, no, they're not going to do any time whatsoever for that.
Evident is that this crime trend is becoming a bigger issue by the day. Police have already looked into a number of these cases. Now they will be investigating what happened out here as well. We see police officers out here talking to employees. We actually learned tonight as well that 4 additional hardware stores have been hit, and that up to 400 sledgehammers are now missing because of these robberies.
400? Did she say 400 sledgehammers? Hold on. Is that what she said?
We actually learned tonight as well that 4 additional hardware stores have been hit and that up to 400 sledgehammers are now missing because of these robberies.
400 sledgehammers. 400 sledgehammers. Woo-wee. Do not let these people live these blue cities and come to your red state or your red cities and turn it into a climate like this, an element like this, a criminal playground like California, particularly in San Francisco and Los Angeles.
And that is certainly raising a lot of concerns for investigators, knowing that these are often the weapons used in these smash and grab flash mob robberies. They're concerned about what other robberies could follow out of all this as they continue to try to track down the suspects in this case. We'll make sure to keep you posted on any latest information as we hear it, but for now, reporting.
Okay, so oh my God, 400 sledgehammers. Somebody's gonna have a really lucrative December. So there's another video I wanted to play. This one, the next video, it's more telling than the first video, but I want you guys to understand these are young teenagers, and I think probably in the low 20s in age, probably the maximum. I don't think there's anybody in their 30s. The way their body shape, the way they run, they easily could be teenagers to, I think the oldest could possibly be 23, and that's probably stretching it. The fact that they're able to be in such a huge group, like 50, 60 and 80, somebody's going to snitch, but it doesn't even matter if somebody snitches. If they are caught with the merchandise that is under $1,000, I'm just gonna go say under $1,000 because I don't know if it's $950 or not. It doesn't matter, about $50. But if it's under $1,000, it's still a class A misdemeanor. It's very mild. It's a mild charge. And if they never had a criminal record, which I doubt very seriously they don't have no criminal record, but if they have a clean record, they are not going to serve any time. So the thing about it is that they created these laws and they didn't care as long as it affected their communities. Now, like I said, this has been going on for years. This is not the first time, but now they're going on Beverly Hills, Rio Drive. I could be mispronouncing that. And they're going into the nice exclusive areas and smashing and grabbing there. And that's when the champagne socialists, the limousine demon rats, decided that they're going to go and do something about it. And now they're outraged. So let's watch this video in reference to the most latest thing they have done over the weekend.
Violent, frightening, and disturbing. The current trend of smash and grab robberies has retailers and shoppers worried for businesses and safety.
So what's fueling this crime wave and how can it be stopped? KCAL9's Tom Wade is live at the Grove, which was targeted last night in a brazen attack. Tom?
And Juan and Pat, those are the questions that people want answers to. Tonight at the Grove, things seem pretty much back to normal in a way. Shoppers are out here, but you can see just behind me this Nordstrom where the window was smashed in. It's still boarded up, and it will be while they make repairs. There are extra patrols in the area. Sunday night, they used a sledgehammer to shatter storefront windows in Beverly Hills. Monday night, the Grove was the target of a similar stunning and brazen attack. As many as 20 people bashed out a storefront window at Nordstrom and then escaped with thousands of dollars in merchandise. Several were caught a short time later after a chase. One of their SUVs was full of new clothes and part of a cash register was also found.
So that's felony. Okay, so now everyone who's been caught in that SUV, they will be charged with felonies or a felony. However, knowing how the demon rats are soft on crime, I'm sure they're going to get a signature bond and they're going to get probation and told to do a couple of hours of community service and just be a little good girl and good little boy, good girl and good boy, and don't do this again. So they do not make it, they don't make anyone regret violating the law like this. This means nothing to these people.
You feel vulnerable. You feel violated.
Billionaire businessman and Grove owner Rick Caruso lashed out at local leaders for not doing enough to address rising crime. Caruso himself has toyed with the idea of a run for mayor of L.A.
I think it's a manifestation of weak leadership. I think it's a manifestation of some really bad decisions that our leaders made. It's a manifestation of deciding we're going to defund the cops.
But here's the deal. You let them defund the cops. Do you understand how asinine this is? They defunded the cops, and these people didn't. The citizens of California didn't do anything about it. And you elected the officials who, I do believe that law is called Prop 47. I could be wrong, but you all allowed them to act to make that law many years ago. I want to go on record to say, I'm not going to go on record. I want to say that law has been in existence for at least 8 years. I do believe it's been in existence for 8 years. And now that the word got out that people have been to jail who have done far more, who have stolen so much stuff, and they've basically got a slap on the wrist. Now it has enticed others to do just that, but they are going into the high-end stores. So yeah, I mean, give me a break, Rick. I'm gonna run for governor. Like, okay, or mayor, whatever you say, mayor or governor. It's just a bunch of talk, dude. He ain't gonna do nothing.
Violent smash and grab robbery at the Grove capped off days of similar jaw-dropping crimes in the Bay Area. 80 robbers plowed their way into a Nordstrom there. And in San Francisco's Union Square Friday night, numerous stores were either burglarized or vandalized. The governor spoke to the need of better prosecution of suspects.
I have no sympathy, no empathy whatsoever. People smashing and grabbing, stealing people's items, creating havoc.
Then why did you sign that bill into law, Newsom? Wait a minute, was it Newsom or was it Doodoo Brown? I don't know if it was Governor Brown or if it was Newsom. It may have been Brown. I think, hold on. It may have been Governor Brown who signed. Yeah. I think it was Governor Brown who signed that into law. But Newsom could have basically got rid of that law, but he didn't. Okay, because he didn't want to make some people angry.
Terror on our streets, none.
Critics say the recent crime wave is a result of years of lawmakers and even voters watering down penalties for committing these acts.
Yep.
Greg Totten is the executive director of the California District Attorneys Association.
When you don't prosecute cases or when you lessen the consequences for crime, we get more of it.
Thank you.
But unless we change the laws that enable law enforcement, police, prosecutors to appropriately address these crimes, this problem is going to continue.
Some state leaders point to Prop 47 as one of the root causes of the...
Yeah, that's what I was right. Prop 47. Woohoo! I remember Prop 47. Okay, so I was right. And by the way, they're not going to... Here's the deal. This is just talk. They're going to let this happen throughout the entire month of December. California is more likely going to lock down because the Omicron variant is coming. So this is another opportunity for Newsom to lock everything down. And during the small hours of operation, they're going to hit these places again. So unless you're going to abolish that Prop 47 law, you're not going to do anything. What can you do? You can't do nothing. By law, you can't do anything as long as they don't steal anything over $1,000.
Crime wave, it passed back in 2014, lessening sentencing requirements for theft and drug charges.
When you don't punish these crimes, then gradually the severity of the offenses escalates. You aren't able to intervene and sort of nip it in the bud, and that's why you're seeing these now just truly horrifying events.
Voters would have to weigh in order to make changes.
I think that there are a lot of contributing factors to this acceleration of smash and grab, and one of them is that the penalties simply are much lower for this type of crime. I think at some points, it's a question for whether or not law enforcement decides it's worth their time if they know that some of these crimes just simply won't be prosecuted.
Then won't you do something about it? Like I said, that law has been, if anybody knows what year that law has been established, I would love to know the exact year, but I do know that this is not a new law that they have enacted last year. So it was under the previous governor before Newsom, and I do believe the previous governor before Newsom was Brown. Okay, Brown was also the governor who lowered the penalty for purposely infecting someone with HIV, lowered it from a felony to a misdemeanor. So Brown has actually signed some very, very terrible laws for California, and these people didn't do anything about it, nor did they encourage Newsom to abolish these laws.
Investing in more police, obviously.
Ooh, child, look at that big old I'm sorry, she ain't got no forehead. She got an 8 head. Honey, girl. She must be related to Joy Reid.
The literature has found that it does deter crime, but I think it's really a short-run solution. It's a Band-Aid on a problem that's really the result of social factors,
racism,
economic factors,
racism.
For retailers.
Oh, they must have cut her off before she said racism, because you know that was coming. They cut her off.
Action can't come soon enough.
I think that we absolutely have to figure out how we can strengthen some of the penalties for this. In addition, we need district attorneys who are willing to go out there and say they are going to hold these people accountable by filing felony charges.
You cannot file felony charges if they don't steal anything over $1,000. I don't understand what part of this law they don't understand. When they agreed to this law, they agreed to that. They had no problem with it, but now it's affecting their area. Now it's affecting their high-end stores. Now they got a problem with it. Do you see the hypocrisy here? It's amazing.
The good news in all of this is that no one was hurt last night. No customers, no store workers. We did ask this evening to interview LADA George Gascon. We were told he was not available. Reporting live in the Fairfax District Time.
So this is what I'm saying. I don't feel sorry for California. They wanted this until it started to affect their areas. And now that it affects their areas, they don't want it no more. And it's just too bad. But, when they really want change, all they got to do is abolish that Prop 47 law and enact some strict laws that will punish shoplifters, and that will also encourage security guards to do their jobs. Right now, they are told to stand down. They're not allowed to attack or stop any shoplifters. This is the reason why when you see a lot of the old CVS and Walgreens and also the other pharmacies get attacked, the security guard can do nothing but film because they're told that they are not supposed to intervene. So there's that. But California, it is what it is. And so there's that. But I thought, this is what you asked for. This is what, and it's amazing. Now they got a problem with it because it's affecting their neighborhood. But anyway, let me know what you think about the hypocrisy here. And do you feel sorry for these people? I know I don't. Anyway, be sure to leave a like to this video, and if you're new to my channel, come on and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell. I would love to have you join my Tater family, and I will see you next time. Later, Taters.